Good day, amazing listeners, and welcome to another exciting episode of Skyrocket Podcast Network, where we bring you insightful conversations with the brightest minds in the real estate industry. I'm your host, Sweet, and today we have a distinguished guest with us. He is the founder of Homes Charlotte by Greg Moran, a real estate marketing specialist, a manager, a mentor, and EXP Realty in the North and South Carolina, and the first AI certified agent in the Carolinas. Please welcome Greg Moran. Hi,
Well,
Greg.
hello. Thank you for having me. Hey, I just want to say, today is Valentine's Day and your name is Sweet. So how appropriate that I get to be interviewed on Valentine by Sweet. So there we go.
Yeah. How odd? What are the odds of that? Yeah, it was really great. Happy Valentine's,
Thank
by the
you. And
way.
happy
Yeah,
Valentine's Day to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to have you here in this show. And we really want to know about your insight and expertise in the real estate industry. So let's dive right in and get started with how you get started with the real estate business.
Well, for me, in my past life, I was an engineer. And I did that for about 10 years. And then I realized I really had a passion for real estate. So I started by buying a fixer-upper house. And my dad, who was real handy, I took advantage of that so I could work hand in hand with him. And I realized after we did a couple of homes, and I said, you know what? I think maybe real estate is what I really like. So I went out and got my real estate license. And once I had it, I ended my, engineering career. And I've been in real estate now for going on 30 years. So that's how I got started. So,
Wow, 30 years in the real estate industry. That was really great.
seeing it all.
Yeah.
When I was in real estate, they didn't have the internet. We had like a book. It was like a big telephone book that had all the listings, that every week they updated it. So there was always a mad scramble in the office who could get to the book first and make copies of the homes you wanted to show. So to see how things have evolved now is it's amazing. So
Yeah, I agree with you. You've seen things evolve in the real estate industry, and wow, that was the trivia there with us. Like you've
yeah.
started with like when there's no internet. So how was that back then when there was no internet, and how what was like, of course, the difference now that we have all of these things
No, yeah.
revolutionary
I
in
mean,
the industry.
technology wasn't there, so everything was really hands-on from going up, other than being able to use the telephone. We didn't even have cell phones back then, so you used your, regular line and, dial from home or wherever and call on people. And you did a lot of door knocking, a lot of, personal interviews. Excuse me, let me turn this off. Sorry. So yeah, so there was a lot of just going out canvassing neighborhoods and just meeting people face to face. So it was completely different market, which is what we all struggle with now, is being face to face and calling them. And so really it was, I really wish I had more of those practices back then. With now, technology has gotten a lot of agents kind of lazy, if you know what I mean. So but yeah, so it's just amazing to watch how things have evolved. So
Yeah, and you mentioned how like the contrast of that from before, like you meeting face to face, and now it's getting hard for people to
yeah,
get face to face. And
yeah.
I've mentioned a while ago in my introduction that you're the first AI certified realtor in the South Carolina. So how was that? Like,
Well,
congratulations, by the way.
yeah, well, thank you. And it's like the new game changer. Like when the internet came available to real estate back however many 25 years ago, now almost AI is like the next phase of that. So I kind of embraced the internet when it became available, and I kind of took the bull by the horns as well and said, listen, I'm not just going to sit on the sidelines and let AI then me eventually have to chase after it and catch up. I said, let me get up and find the true pioneers that are, educated me with better understanding it. And now that it is like probably the single biggest thing that I use in my business now to really have me scale up so much more. I'm able to make better contact, make better conversations, make better, social media posts, just in my regular letters that I can write to folks, and all my listing presentations, whether it's Facebook ads or Facebook, Instagram and text messaging. Artificial intelligence has just been a game changer. It's actually freed time up for me so I can work and do other things now. So it's truly just amazing. And as I sit here with you as, agents out there, you better embrace it, because you're going to be left behind if you don't. So there's still a lot to learn. It's ever changing. So you need to stay on top of it, because just Chat GPT alone, and really it's been around for about a year and a half now, and it's already had like 6 different changes to it, which are just going to evolve. But that's technology. So, in this business now, we need to embrace it. And that's why, being with Skyrocket has just helped me with being able to take on all that technology. And I just am so grateful for now that learning and through Skyrocket, being able to work with, excellent virtual assistants that have just been able, where I can, I have lots of good ideas. Now I have people that I can hand it off to, and let's implement them. And then with AI, it's just on steroids, because you can get so much more information. But in order to implement them and make good on it, I'm just so grateful that I have an excellent team of virtual assistants that was able to get through Skyrocket, and it's just been a game changer for my business.
Yeah, I like how you put it, like having more assistant or assisting you in your business,
Mhm.
and AI is just a steroid in like pumping and boosting your business and leveraging your business. Yeah. So how many virtual assistants have in total as of
I have
today?
three right now, and I'm probably looking in the near future to bring on a couple more. But I just have one is just my executive assistant, and I have 2 that do video editing and handle my social media. So I just want to. So they're all excited with utilizing AI, and it's making their jobs easier. And so I'm real excited about where we're going to go with this. So.
Yeah, yeah, that was wonderful. And digging deep or deep diving on having a virtual assistant. So, how did you first started knowing about the concept of having a virtual assistant, and how did you find Sphere Rocket?
Well, there's always a couple of those, prominent real estate agents out there that I've learned to kind of follow. And actually the one was Kyle Whistle from, the Whistle group out of San Diego. And I was listening to him. He was just first talking about virtual assistants, probably 2.5, 3 years ago. And I kind of caught my eye. And then he mentioned about Sphere Rocket. So that's when I said I dug deep and looked into Skyrocket, and then I turned around and made a phone call and talked with somebody, and next thing you know, I was able to come out to the first mastermind that Justin had at his apartment in Nashville. There was probably about 12 of us there, and just that's when I knew things was really a game changer. I saw his insight and his knowledge of real estate, and just how many different ways of implementing and running your business. It was very overwhelming, but yet, so that's how I got involved back then, and I've just never looked back. So
Wow, that was wonderful. And how long was it since you've
that was,
known Sphere Rocket?
it was probably, time just goes so quick. It's probably 2.5 years ago, maybe just under 3, so yeah.
Yeah. And of course, when you were starting, and you mentioned that you've really seen evolve or the evolution, I mean,
Mhm.
of the real estate industry. So how was it for you when you first started, hired your first virtual assistant?
Well, my first assistant, I was the problem. I guess I just expected somebody to just plug them in and let them do what they needed to do, but I did not follow the training that Spear Rockets, provides for us, and I did just enough to get going. It's sort of like, I guess, a typical guy. We never want to read the instructions. We just want to, So I did a lot of that, and unfortunately, I did not lead my first VA properly, and we got off track, and I knew that it was time to get a different person, and I learned from the first one. So if anything, I could say to anybody here, follow the system, follow the programs, and and it will work out. And they offered a lot of training for the virtual assistant, but I just didn't hire the right one, and I learned from that. So since then, everybody that I've had, they've been with me, for a while now, and so and I just love the system, that the way that they kind of implement the training for them as far as the whole interviewing process, and it enabled me to really look at a wide range of different talented people to actually pick the right person that would fit what I was looking for my business.
Wow. Yeah, and yeah, thank you. I appreciate you for being vulnerable right there, because of course at first it is a learning process when you are first hiring a virtual assistant, and it's like a two-way street learning process for for both of you, like a client and also virtual assistant. And yeah, so how have you seen a growth since you've hired your virtual assistants and now having three VAs with you.
Yeah.
So, what are the like changes that you have seen in your business since then?
Well, I just think the first easy one was just my social media presence. I just really engaged in it and put more content out there, and actually, somebody's always told me that it's not the best real estate agent, it's the best marketer. So I really started to market myself. A good agent knows real estate, knows property. I can walk in any house, and I can, with just my knowledge and the fact of having all the tools available to, I can explain to somebody what really the true value of their home is. But it's all about getting face to face. All I want is that appointment. And from that, with upping my social media presence, and always talking about my experience and the deals that I had, showing folks when I listed a property, when it sold. So it gave me more presence out there, which provided more attraction, where people then kind of reached out to me through the different platforms. And it was all because of my virtual assistant that I was able to just, hey, run my social media, put all those different pictures out there, put things that I'm doing in the community and just the activity we have. So it was just something that was like the first significant thing. And then from there, to help me with all my, lead generating and processing and following up and keeping me on track of making my calls. And, they help me with doing my emailing and staying in touch, and just all my transaction coordinating, and just kind of managing that in the back room for me, so I could do what I do best, and that's be face to face and meeting clients. So, they were able to handle a lot of that stuff and keep me on point, keep me on to a schedule. So, that's why I love my executive assistant, because she really is, I told her, you need to crack the whip on me. Don't let me slack off on things. So, it was
Yeah.
tough love on both sides, but we have a wonderful relationship now. And, her kids even call me, there's like a little 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, they call me grandpa, so so
Wow.
it's more than just a business. You create, and you learn, their lifestyle and things that are going on. So it really can become, you get the right person, a beautiful, relationship. The other ones are more video editors, and they just kind of plug away and do their thing. And, we have a good relationship, but it's more business like. So, but yeah, so they
Amazing.
become part of my family. And, I like to share the wins with them. And sometimes we have the tough conversations about where we could have done better, but as long as we're always striving to do better and tweak things, we're just always having to implement new systems. And now with artificial intelligence, there's so many other ways of doing things that, it's exciting right now with what's out there, and the tools that we can use to help us do a better job of creating more time for me to be face to face with my clients, and be out there and not have to handle so much of the behind the scenes stuff. So, and then with my virtual assistants, it's so nice when I learn something new through artificial intelligence, I can share it with them, and we implement it, and just increase my ability to be a better real estate agent to help my clients.
Amazing. That was really wonderful, Greg. And yeah, and you really leveraging your business and having an extra hand with you. And you've said what stuck with me, like you've said a while ago, it's really about being the best marketer out
Yeah.
there. So would you say that that is your business superpower?
Yeah, that is, and I just really haven't even tapped into really where I want to do a lot more with YouTube and just get an even stronger presence. And now that I have a team where I'm willing to do more of these long, videos, and knowing that I have a team to implement them and make them look as professional as any major company out there, that's what it's all about. If I market myself in the right way and get the attraction of the media sources that I like to work with, like right now, as I'm a certified senior real estate specialist, because being a little bit older and actually having gone through that with my parents passing and some close friends, had to deal with the transition of what you do with the property and, how we're going to sell it and whether you're going to, get family involved. So that's one of my focuses now is being a senior real estate specialist. I really want to kind of create more content and make YouTubes on just things that seniors are facing. Do they want to make a move? Is it time to downsize? Or even if it's health related issues that, it's so hard to say they don't want to let go of the house, but they have to. So create a lot of content to help them with those challenges. And I just want to also be out there to, help folks in that regard with making those decisions, having family being involved in it. And, because it's tough, in some cases, some seniors embrace it because they're ready to, hey, okay, we got this chapter of our life that it's going to be wonderful. They downsize, have more time to travel. And there's the other ones that are dealing with some tough issues with a lost one and hard to part with a home that they need to. So I really want to be very sensitive and have that come across, because that's just how I am. I'm a devout Christian, and it's all about serving and giving back. And so I want to share that with me because, hey, I plan on being in this business for a long time, and with having Skyrocket and helping me with getting virtual assistants, I'm really excited. I'm more excited now than I've ever been with my career between Skyrocket and then with artificial intelligence. It's, I'm going to take it wherever I really want to, and I'm excited about it. And because of being part of the Skyrocket team and knowing I have, people to bring in to implement it and share this adventure as we go forward. I'm just grateful for Skyrocket and the quality of virtual assistants that they're able to provide, because they really listen to your needs. So
That
there
was
you
lovely. Yeah, that was wonderful. And yeah, I love hearing your stories on how you really grow your business and having that more time, right, to like focus on the things that you want to focus on, especially in growing your business and also serving other people. And
go.
yeah, so for our listeners that who are aspiring to achieve the level of success that you have right now, and what do you think is the number one piece of advice that you could give them?
Well, I think what you want to make sure is if you're getting into real estate, you need to have what you want to specialize in. If you're just a general real estate agent, we're a dime a dozen. I mean, everybody knows at least 5 or 6 real estate agents. So what's going to differentiate you? So I think find what kind of a market you want to focus on. You want to just focus on working in a particular neighborhood and farm that area. Well, then be the specialist for that. Like in my case, I want to focus on the senior real estate market. So that's where I really put my hat that, hey, you're looking for a senior real estate specialist, I hope that I can attract that market. If you want to just say, I'm going to focus on being a new construction specialist, focus on that. If you want to be just generating first-time home buyers, so find what you really want to specialize in. And I think that's what's going to differentiate you from just, the old common real estate agent out there. So that's the best advice I could give after being in this business for 30 years.
Amazing. Yeah, totally agree with that. And yeah, there you have it, folks. Greg Moran here. And yeah, those are really wise words from you, Greg. And yeah, before we proceed to our next segment, let's have a quick commercial.
Overwhelmed with work? Well, meet your new partner from Skyrocket VA. In just a click, get matched with a virtual assistant who handles all the tedious tasks. No in-person hiring, no extra office gear, just easy online help from our recruitment team. It's like having an extra pair of hands minus the hassle. So ready to relax and see your work done just like magic? Choose Skyrocket VA and visit us at www.skyrocketva.com.
Okay, and we're back still here with Greg. And Greg, we are now going to our lightning round. So, the lightning round is just like light, quick, fun questions for you, and just to really shake it off from from
Okay.
the interview. Yeah. So, okay, so let's first start off with your favorite business book.
Well, they change every time. Right now, I think the favorite one I'd like to say is who. It's the who, not how. You need to learn to find someone, because my old school way is I had to do everything. So I always like, oh, how am I going to accomplish this? How am I going to do that? And once I read this book, it's the who, not how. Go get a who, like a virtual assistant that can do, I have great ideas. Well, I'm never going to implement them. I'm always going to drag my feet. I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. So this book, go get the who, not how, and then you'll learn to go get people that can do those projects, focus on those projects for you, and you're able to accomplish a lot more. So there's the book that I
Wow,
can share with you.
amazing, amazing book. I'm searching that after this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who is your favorite influencer or coach?
I'm going to say right now it's Nick Krem. And he is the gentleman that he has the Krem Institute, the artificial intelligence, because sort of it's like the latest, hottest thing. And he is a person that has truly helped me implement the artificial intelligence. And they just don't have a class where you train and you learn the basics. They also provide you, there's weekly meetings because, technology, it's evolving every day. So it's just not a one and done kind of thing. So Nick Krem is probably my go-to coach person, and people mark that down. So don't that is really helped me implement my business within this last year and a half to levels that I never had before.
Wow, secret revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your favorite lead generation method?
Um, I send out a personal handwritten card every day to a past client. And I'd have to say, because it makes me reflect on, first off, I always double check to make sure, that they still are living at the address they were. And very few times I miss it because I try to stay in touch. But I just feel it's the handwritten card because I make it very personal. I touch on something that I remember from them. And then I use it as a method that I do a follow-up call a week later to call them after they receive the card. So that's my favorite thing, is still the old school way. So because technology, we can sort of get lost and, but so a handwritten card every week and then follow up with a phone call to that person.
Love that. Really building connections from your clients. And yeah, moving forward, what is your biggest goal for 2024?
Being where I just had a team of just a couple of agents, what I want to do is I don't want to be out there in the day to day as much. And I really want, and with the help of Sphere Rocket, I want to create a small team. And I don't really need to be bigger than 10 agents, but I really want to generate where I then can mentor them and help them grow their business. So once again, it's kind of, it goes back to the serving thing, and take advantage of all the years that I've been in this business, what I've learned the hard way or the good way of things. I want to bring on some new agents and kind of watch them grow and see them be able to expand their business. So I kind of, and I never really, I always wanted to do that, but now that between having my, the Sphere Rocket and with artificial intelligence, I think I want to achieve that a little bit more. I have a strong team of about 10 agents, and I think I can accomplish that by the end of this year. Right now, I have
Wow. Mhm.
three. And so, like I said, I don't need to be big. I just want to bring in the right fit that fits with, with Home Charlotte is all about.
Wow, how kind of you, Greg. Yeah. And yeah, moving forward, what is your best Amazon purchase for 2024?
I guess I got to make sure it's my purchase, not my wife's. The best purchase, I think it was the 4K camera that I'm not using on here now that I can use for all my videos. And it's just a lot better quality. It zooms in and zooms out. It just attaches on an iPod. And, so yeah, it's just a really nice 4K camera that I'm able to, use for my videos.
Wow, really maximizing technology. That was very
Exactly.
inspiring.
Just, that's the top 4K is the most you can have. So I just got to make sure when I download them, I'm downloading them to 4K so that quality is what's best utilized for my videos.
Totally agree with that. Yeah, and before we end this interview, how can our listeners can reach out to you, Greg, or what are the best way to contact you?
Well, I'm on Facebook, or you can reach me directly at my email address, which is Greg at Homes. That's HOMES, Charlotte.com, or call me. 704 502 7040. And I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I love, just, collaborating with other agents, whether you're new or older. I mean, I'm always wanting to learn. So yeah, if we can share stories and, just how any war stories or things that I've run into, and I'd love to share. But please, I'm here. I love to. I think it's all about giving back, because I think when you give, you get back even more. So, yeah, please, I encourage. Please reach out to me. If you're not a Sphere Rocket person and you're wondering what this whole virtual assistant thing, please contact me. I can save you a lot of headaches and what I didn't do until I learned the hard way. And because I'm telling you, if you're in real estate, you truly need a virtual assistant to help your business. We can't do everything, and we don't want to do everything. Our job is to be face to face with our clients, knowing the product, knowing neighborhoods, being always out there and understanding our community, and how we can hopefully get more listings and, just dominate the market, so.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Greg, for your time and for joining us today. It's a pleasure to really talk to you and learn from you today, and also very inspiring. And yeah, we wish you continued success for your real estate endeavors.
Well, thank you, Sweet, for your time. And like once again, happy St. Valentine's Day to you, Sweet. And you've just touched me to be able to have this interview with you. And thank you for taking the time to reach out to me. All right. Well, God bless you, and thank you
Yeah.
again.
Thank you so much. And yeah, and there you have it, friends. Hope you learned from this episode. Don't forget to leave a comment and hit that subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Again, my name is Sweet, and until next time, stay inspired and keep building those spheres of success.
Feeling the difference with Sphere Rocket VA? Tasks are flying off your list, and there's more me time in your day. And guess what? It's all super affordable. Yes, you heard right. Our virtual assistants aren't just amazing at what they do, they're easy on your wallet too. No more stress over emails or schedules. With Sphere Rocket VA, you get your time back and keep your budget happy. Ready for simpler, affordable workdays? Head on over to www.sphererocketva.com. Join us at Sphere Rocket VA, where every day is easy and easy on your budget.